Let's take a look at the chart action for Solana. Alright, so in my last video, I was talking about how I took profits up here because we had we had really low volume and we were pretty much at all-time highs. And it looks like we got a little correction going to the downside, or a little bit of momentum going to the downside. We're on the daily time frame right now, and you can see this 9 moving average right here, and we broke below the 9 moving average. So what I'm looking for is for us to come through and break back above it eventually. I don't know where that's going to happen. I think once we break back above the 9 moving average though, is going to be a bullish signal in my opinion. What we could do right now though is get from the bottom to the top of this trend and do a Fibonacci retracement. So let's go ahead and do that, top to the bottom, something like that. And what we could look at is the 38% level, the 50% level, and maybe the 61% level. 38% level is sitting around 219, 50% level is sitting around 207, and the 61% level is at around 194. If we switch over the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we actually had support right here. We came down, wicked down, 38% level got hit, and then it came back up. And then we came back down, and it looks like we're getting a little bit of support on that area, and we're trading in this zone right now. So what I'm thinking is we might be looking at something like this, where we have a downtrend like this. We come down, kind of get some volatility, go down to the next level, maybe even come down to the next level. I'm not sure when we're going to break this trend line. So I think that's the main thing, is we have resistance right here, and we're looking at a trend line going to the downside like that. I think that's one thing that we can kind of focus on. If we break this trend line going to the upside, then that will be a bullish signal, and we can start targeting previous resistance levels. Right now what I'm doing is pretty much targeting Fibonacci levels. I usually really like the 38% level and the 50% level, but when we look at the daily time frame, you can see that some of these candles line up with the 61% level at 194. I'm not sure where I have my limit order set right now, but what I'll probably end up doing is setting one at each of these levels right here. Kind of dollar cost averaging on the way down, and hopefully we get some volatility, make some trades. If we come up to this level and hit it and it starts going to the downside, you could take profits and put in this limit order again. That's pretty much what I do. But it is possible at some point that we're going to break this trend line going to the upside, and then we could get more bullish and start targeting these previous resistance levels, depending on how far we go down or how far we can kind of come back up. The main thing I'm watching are these Fibonacci levels: 219, 207, and 194. I also put one at 234. I put a position in here just in case we got support up here and got a breakout over here, but we've got a breakout to the downside. So now I'm looking at these levels right here. Let me know what you think about Solana. If you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up button.